Something changed at 40. You didn't lose your edge. Your joints in recovery simply stopped tolerating the same loads and reps that worked at 25. After 40, the same heavy max lifts that once built muscle now create more joint stress than growth. Research shows sets of 8 to 12 reps at moderate loads trigger the same or higher muscle protein synthesis than very low rep heavy work. Loads between 60 and 80% of 1 rep max allow full range of motion and enough tension without crushing recovery. Lower peak forces reduce tendon and joint irritation while still recruiting the fast twitch fibers needed for growth. Progress comes from adding 2 to 5 pounds when the target reps feel easy, not from grinding near max singles. Stopping 1 or 2 reps short of failure keeps nervous system fatigue low, so the next session can still be productive. After 40, the common advice pushes men toward the heaviest weights they can manage for every set. That approach quickly overloads joints that no longer recover the way they did at 25. Studies tracking men over 40 show similar muscle growth from moderate loads taken to near failure as from maximal loads. Loads around 70% of 1 rep max for 8 to 12 reps produce reliable hypertrophy while keeping joint stress low. Moderate loads allow training the same muscle groups again within 48 hours instead of needing a full week. Progressive overload happens safely when the weight stays challenging, yet manageable across multiple sets. Avoiding near maximal loads reduces inflammation markers and keeps men lifting without chronic pain. 2 well-planned moderate sessions each week deliver better weekly volume and recovery than scattered heavy attempts. After 40, your joints signal when loads get too heavy. Research from multiple labs tested moderate weights around 70% of 1 rep max. Men in these studies gained the same muscle whether they used heavy or moderate loads. The key was reaching close to failure in each set with 8 to 12 reps. Lighter loads required more reps but produced similar growth. Moderate loads reduced joint stress while keeping progress steady. Recovery between sessions improved when weight stayed in that middle range. This approach fits the body after 40 better than max effort every time. Most men over 40 assume bigger muscles require max weights or endless reps. They load the bar heavy and grind out low reps or chase high reps with lightweight. Both approaches overload joints and slow recovery that already takes longer after 40. Studies show moderate loads move for 6 to 12 reps, produce the largest muscle gains. The tension lasts long enough to recruit growth fibers without crushing the joints. 2 sessions a week in this range build size faster than daily, heavy, or light work. Coach Otis builds the exact loads and rep targets for the body you have now. Most men over 40 still chase either max weight for low reps or endless light reps. Heavy low rep sets overload tendons and slow recovery. Research shows 8 to 15 reps with moderate loads produce the best muscle growth after 40. That window supplies enough mechanical tension and total work without crushing recovery. You build strength and size while leaving energy for the rest of life. Coach Otis creates the precise loads and rep targets for your body and schedule. After 40, the same heavy loads that once built size now overload joints before muscles get full work. Form collapses under max weight, so the target muscles never stay under steady tension. Moderate loads let you hold perfect position through every rep, so tension stays on the muscle. Lower the weight over 3 seconds and drive up with control. Joints stay safe while muscle fibers still work hard. Stop just before full lockout to keep constant tension and remove the sudden joint snap at the top. 8 to 12 reps per set hits the zone where muscle grows without forcing joints to absorb extra shock. This range delivers the same growth signal as heavier work while cutting joint stress by half. After 40, the number of weekly sets per muscle group sets the pace of real progress. Most men add extra sets thinking more volume equals faster muscle, yet recovery slows and gains stop. Studies show 10 to 20 hard sets per muscle group each week produces the largest strength and size increases. Splitting those sets across 2 or 3 sessions keeps intensity high and joints protected. Moderate loads around 70% of max with 6 to 12 reps let you reach that weekly total without joint stress. Track exact sets completed instead of total time in the gym to stay inside the effective range. Hitting the right weekly set count drives steady muscle growth while leaving room for recovery and daily energy. Coach Otis builds your exact weekly set targets from your recovery data and schedule so every session counts. After 40 heavy loads, create longer recovery windows than they did at 25. That extra soreness cuts into the next training session and stalls progress. Moderate loads create enough tension for growth while leaving less tissue damage behind. Research finds 8 to 15 reps at moderate weight produces comparable muscle protein synthesis when total volume is matched. Choosing loads that let you train again within 48 hours keeps strength moving upward without forced rest weeks. Tracking strength after 40, works best without testing your absolute max. A moderate load you can lift for 6 to 10 reps gives a clear signal of progress. If that rep count rises over weeks, strength is increasing. You log the weight and reps each session instead of chasing a new personal record. This method avoids the injury risk that comes with grinding out one heavy rep. Research shows similar muscle gains from moderate loads taken close to failure. Joints stay protected while the numbers still climb. Simple tracking sheets record these sets without any max effort days. Research points to moderate loads between 60 and 80% of your max for steady muscle growth after 40. These loads let you complete 8 to 12 controlled reps per set before form breaks. 3 sets with 90 seconds between them produce more total volume than 5 sets rushed. Start each session with a compound lift like squats or presses using the moderate load. Lower under control through the full range and drive up without bouncing at the bottom. When you reach 12 clean reps on all sets, add 2.5% to the bar next week. The moderate range keeps joints under safe stress while still driving the muscle growth signal. 2 sessions spaced 4 days apart, leave room for recovery, and keep strength moving upward. You don't need heavier weights or magic rep counts. You need the right plan. And that's exactly what Coach Otis builds for you. A simple, science-backed plan made for your body, your schedule, and your life after 40.